Well, just finished watching Return of the Living Dead, and overall, I wasn't really a fan. There's some zombie designs that I think are pretty cool, um, and the method as to how the zombies happened, I think, makes sense in a kind of world building sort of standard, especially for the time. Whilst with the original Night of the Living Dead, the reason for the dead coming to life is a bit kind of very 50s 60s hoke, whilst at least in this one it kind of got it makes sense for a horror film about zombies. But one of my biggest problems was for this film was the pacing. It's an hour and a half film, and I'm checking the runtime like every 5-10 minutes. I'm just like, surely we're halfway through. Oh no, we're only like 20 minutes in. It got to about an hour in, and I'm looking at the clock thinking, oh for fuck's sake, there's still another half an hour. How is there another half an hour? The pacing itself is really slow, as I said earlier, because I feel that it took too much time building up to the event, because you kind of get to know some of the characters, but some of the characters are very shallow. So there's not really a lot to know. But the setup, I feel, takes way too long, and then the actual trigger point could have started a lot earlier in the film. I don't think they needed to make it take this long to get to that. If you've obviously seen the film before, you know, I think you'd know roughly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, I'm trying to keep it spoiler free. I don't think I'd really watch it again. I can understand why other people would. It's very slocky, and I do like slock. I like just I like bad. I know I like bad films, and I like hokey films. I even like films with bad acting, but the problem with this is I wasn't really entertained. It wasn't particularly scary, but didn't expect it to be, because I said it's a very different feel to Dawn of the Dead. Very different. I didn't find Dawn of the Dead scary either, but I found the story quite interesting, and I really cared about what was happening with the characters. Whilst this one, they all seemed very disposable. Um, there's like one or two really good scenes in it. Um, I mean, unless it's a terrible film, I'd never say don't watch a film. Personally, I'd say you could give it a watch. I wouldn't say avoid it. If you like schlock, you might like it. If you're not a zombie person, this will not change your mind. Love if you've not seen this but love Dawn of the Dead, love that whole feeling and atmosphere, this is not the film. This is a very different film. But yeah, there was just a lot about it that didn't really sit right. It was of its age, it's of its era. There is one character literally exists to be naked, and that's kind of once again of its time, and you know it's TNA really. Um, what else? As I said, there's not really much of a story. As I said, the trigger point, I can't remember the exact term, but the trigger point could have happened like 10 minutes earlier, and it would have been and it could have kind of sped up a bit. But yeah, overall, unless I'm around a friend's house, I don't think I'd watch it again. I won't watch it again on my free time. If I'm around someone's house and they say, shall we watch it? I'll go, yeah, there's some interesting bits. There's a bit of fun zombie lore as well. Explains to why they keep screaming and shouting. These ones, the zombies do speak. I don't think that's too much of a spoiler. But yeah, I said overall, maybe a 3 out of 10. I said I might watch it again around someone else's, but although I don't think I'll watch it if I'm bored, because I was just bored for a lot of the film. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Return of the Living Dead. Let me know what you think in the comments.